Well, I'm happy to see everybody back. I can see all of you there in Shingletown. Anyhow, what we have here is a 1984 XR100 that I just picked up, and I'm going to restore, or I'm going to call this again, I'm going to call this a super detail, because look at this bike. It's just, I mean, you know, the red frame kind of tells you the vintage, and I mean, it's just really, really clean. Not all bent up and not all hammered like a kid had it. So it's not perfect, as you can see, but I'm going to be able to retain all kinds of stuff. I'll probably retain these side covers. I won't do a thing. I'll just clean and detail. Got a little work to do in the front. This is kind of haphazard. This looks like there's a screw missing or a bracket. But all in all, it's just in amazing original condition. So, a lot of decisions to make. I don't really want to paint the tank, but we've got a dent here and we've got a sizable scratch here. But gosh, how do you paint that? I mean, this is like a bike that's sat in the garage for, well, I know it sat in the garage for 20 years, at least. From what I was told, the gentleman I bought it from, he had bought it out of a estate, and they basically left the house they were in like some 15 years ago as a second home, and left it there, and with a bunch of other stuff, but this was in it. So let's get right to it, because those people in Shingletown are very impatient. Very, very impatient. I will get right to this. So let's start by getting this thing on the stand. Well, lots happened here, and I didn't catch up with the videos, so I jumped right into it. I cleaned it, pulled the tank, and I cleaned just every little corner, every little angle that I could, and I adjusted the valves. Now this is a China Diner. This was on here when I bought it, and the guy thought he had the carburetor, the original, but it just runs so perfect. I'm not going to mess with that. It's probably the only thing on this bike that isn't original. I'm not going to be able to find this OEM very easily, the guard for the exhaust. But I'm gonna do my best. Get a little dust out of there. And so I put a new exhaust donut on it. As I said, I adjusted the valves and the timing chain. And I mean, I cleaned, you know, super clean. Wow, is that look at that, that's a ground. Look at, I didn't put the ground on it. Look at that. Look at that. Well, see, this is one reason you do the videos. You can catch your mistakes. But this is another part of the bike that was kind of screwed up, and I had to find this on eBay. This is the rubber band that holds the front number plate on. It had some wire, some funky stuff on there. Now, I'm still working on trying to polish plastic, and there's 100 videos on YouTube of how to do it, and there's no finding a new front fender. I've looked everywhere, so I'm going to keep playing with that. But the the tires, I'm not going to replace them, because I believe these are the original tires on here, and so to replace them would be sacrilegious. And They're saying Bridgestone. So all you XR100 aficionados can tell me if that's good. But you can see I pulled the skid plate and I just cleaned and cleaned and cleaned. But it sure makes a difference. You know, it was really dirty in there. And the back of Bridgestone's also. I just know these are original tires. So all cleaned up, and the air filter cleaned. I haven't really done anything as far as the tank goes. I'm going to do a little, rub it out a little bit, and it should just shine like crazy. So really, the next step is the seat. So with the seat off, and I didn't clean it, there's no reason to clean it until I can get everything off of it. I'll get this seat cover off, and I had to pull that bracket to do it. So get the seat foam exposed. So the little tabs, these are the bendy pointy tab type seat. They just go around and kind of bend them up, and you can get the seat off. So I'll go around and get all those tabs. Alright, I've got all the tabs bent out, and I've got the seat cover pretty much ready to come off of here. And just be careful, these little plastic protector pieces, all that stuff is just so cool to have because it's so original. And those little tabs will poke you too. So try and find this seat foam. You never will. But look at that. Look at that seat foam. Oh my gosh. I mean, done a lot of seats. And that seat foam is perfect. This is really going to look cool. Here is the cover. Now I want to tell you something. I have ordered at least 10 or 15 seat covers from these people in Thailand. It's called Pit Replica, P-I-T Replica. And they're on eBay. And they really do a good job. And this came in no time. I was amazed. Sometimes I've sat and waited for a seat cover for, I want to say, a month. Maybe even a month and a week or more. And this came like in 2 weeks. I couldn't believe it. So let's drape it over the front of this beautiful foam. And then run it over the back. This is going to be an easy one. I think it's going to be an easy one. Get that fitted there. So the idea is to do the front and the back. And that stretches the fabric. See if we can kind of fold these over just to hold it. Yeah, there we go. Get a little fit on there. Oh my gosh, what's this? I always put a towel down. Why I didn't this time, I don't know. See if I can get, it's like a little oil Yeah, nothing big. Okay. Just a little oil from the table. But it's almost there right now. Look at that. This thing's almost there as we speak. So, I think this is going to just go on. I'm going to pull sides on. Keep trying to just get it to locate itself on this seat where it should be. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tack this front 3 right here. And then I'm going to tack the rear and just make sure that my Honda is centered, which it is. But I'll double check before I do that. And there's the 3 in the front. And look at that line. It's beautiful. And there it is with the 3 in the middle. So now that I've got it stretched across the top here, I'm going to go right probably in the middle here and just take both sides. Just poke it through that seat cover. Bend it down. And I like my seat tight. So I'm going to err on the side of making it a little tighter. Just doing those 2 sides, you can see. Now, another type of seat cover, you could actually really keep moving it, and they don't all have this sewn edge. More dirt bikes. So what I find is that you can really get it tight when you use the other style, because you can just trim off the excess. So you could pull this way on down in here and on this side too, and I mean you could bounce a quarter off the seat, but there's no need to do that. You've got this nice finished edge, so we will get it on here the way it is from the factory. It'll look good. Get that plastic piece back on there, right? Yeah, there we go. So I'll just continue around from here. Got the center. I'll probably work towards the front and then get that front to come down like so. And then work to the back. So there's the front, all snugged up. All nice, beautiful. Now I'll do the back here. And there you have it. So the idea is that this stitch part stays, on the inside pretty much, so that when it's on, all you see is the vinyl. That's all you do. It's not that hard, and it's a successful seat when you don't have a huge gouge in your finger from one of these little pins, because I would almost want to get a tetanus shot. They're all rusty and old, but that's going to look great on. So I'll put the bracket back on, I'll clean this up and put the seat back on, and there it is. The bracket's back on. It's all cleaned up, a little go-go juice, and I mean, that seat looks new now. It'll look really good on there. Well, let's see how it starts. Fuel on. Little choke. We'll see. It's a Honda. Let's see here. So, this is a very, very short video. One of my shortest videos. Because there was nothing to do. Just change the oil, fix the seat, fix a few other things, do just with general maintenance. And you've got a nice little Honda XR100 here. So, here's another one for the Shingletown Parade. Joe would look good on this. And 2-ton Ted. This might just be big enough for 2-ton Ted, but I don't know. I got the gas shut off, so it might just die on me. But it is in incredible condition. So original. And now, all I really am going to do is just look at it and ride it a little. I mean, I made it pretty, but this one I actually am going to ride a little bit with the other three-wheelers that are not completely restored. And it won't hurt this one just to get a little bit of dirt on it, and then I'll just wipe it off. So there is one beautiful little XR100. So a very short video for JT's Customs. We'll see you on the next one.